I can't believe President Trump. How dare him? How dare he do this? I used to go to the CIA lounge every Friday and have 30% off beef bourguignon with my clearance. It wasn't like I was doing anything wrong. But Trumpy took it away from me. I have nothing now. I heard Sally Yates is next, and Rice, and Clapper, and Hayden. They took our security clearances away. We have nothing left. I think I'll have to vote communist again, and perhaps move to Russia.
Ladies and gentlemen, my goodness, what do we have here? It is not only every day winning, every single day winning. Exactly. We'll CNN hire them now. Exactly. It's so, you know what's interesting about this is that I have been saying from day one, you've been saying, we've been saying, number one, Hillary Clinton will eventually get charged. Pick a crime, any crime. She's committed campaign finance violations. RICO, she's violated RICO statutes with the Clinton Foundation. That's Giuliani has stated over 20, I think, numerous times on Fox, a whole bunch of different networks he's been on, saying, yes, she committed crimes. Here are the actual statutes. The email probe is ongoing because there's a DOJ email probe and there's a Clinton Foundation probe. Those two are interconnected. So you have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where Hillary Clinton eventually will be charged with the crime. It is a crime under U.S. Code 793F of the Espionage Act to transfer top secret and special access program intelligence from SIPRNet, JWICs, and SCIFs onto an unencrypted server. And I explained that in But Her Top Secret emails and But Her Deleted Emails. Those two books are below, and people still buy them on Amazon. They're on Kindle, $3.99. And you can go ahead and read pretty much everything there is to know about both scandals, about the Clinton Foundation and Clinton email scandal. Now we have a situation where Tony Podesta is now under federal criminal investigation for his work lobbying to sell uranium to America's greatest enemy, Putin. Then you have the two giant jumbo 757s just having nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do with the Clinton Foundation, because we all know that criminal drug empires use copious notes and lots of file cabinets. Maduro Mike. Thank you, Maduro Mike. Thank you. Why would Mueller need protective order on the Papadopoulos evidence? Could it be that Strzok was fired? Strzok was just fired. He is corrupt, and the evidence shows Strzok was involved in the Papadopoulos investigation. That very much could be the case. I think that what Mueller is worried about, well, Mueller knows that politically his days are numbered in terms of what, I mean, there's not really much that Mueller can do right now. I mean, he's interviewing Omarosa, so he doesn't have any, like, at this point right now, any lead any lead he's given, he'll take, because he doesn't have he doesn't have a mission. He doesn't have a specific. Mueller gets protective order on George Papadopoulos evidence. So Mueller team in court ready for Papadopoulos sentencing. So what he's doing right now is he's about to sentence Papadopoulos. This could be to intimidate Papadopoulos, but protective order. I mean, it could be yet another like dumb thing that Mueller does to kind of add drama. Rachel Maddow wonders out loud, for anyone who might know the answer, why Robert Mueller got a protective order on evidence in the George Papadopoulos case just days before making a sentence recommendation. It's like, I mean, who knows? Maybe he sees a threat on the horizon regarding evidence. Mueller, I don't know. I think your guess is as good as mine in terms of Strzok. So Maduro Mike, Gerald Klausner, thank you, Gerald Klausner. It says well, Gerald Klausner, thank you so very, very much, Gerald. Thank you, Gerald. Thank you. Strzok was a part of everything. He was definitely a part of the Flynn sentencing, or the Flynn, Michael Flynn being framed. So General Michael Flynn should just be exonerated tomorrow and pardoned. Completely pardoned. Ned LZ, John O'Brennan skid. John O'Brennan. Your cacatocracy will not prevent me from being on MSNBC, CNN, and being interviewed by the Washington Post, the New York Times, the Daily Beast, Vanity Fair, Esquire. The media machine, you cannot stop Trumpy. Look what Omarosa's doing to you. First there was Michael Cohen. Now there was Stormy. Then there was Stormy. Then there was Karen McDougal. You will go down in flames. Everybody who knows you hates you. So go and take my security clearance. Do it. I'll be a martyr. It's true I lied under oath and should be in prison now for perjury. Thank you. Thank you, Ned LZ. Need LZ. Need LZ. Thank you. Need LZ. Thank you so much. Maduro Mike, I think you're probably a lot more on point than I am regarding that. I mean, who would tamper with the evidence and, or if there's the issue, the hilarious thing with the evidence is that there is no evidence. It's a drunken conversation with Alexander Dumbo Downer. There's no evidence. There's no evidence. There is no evidence. So, Maduro Mike, thank you. Need LZ. John O'Brien thanks you, Need LZ. He thanks you for your kindness to this channel. Lawrence F. To hide, no, they're there. Lawrence F. Yeah, there's no there. Exactly. That's what they always say with, there's no there. Well, there's no there on any of this. There's no there on any of this. Papadopoulos got drunk in a London bar with Alexander Dumbo with a capital D Downer. And let's just go ahead really quickly. So, and just I have to share this with you because this is priceless. This is my new ringtone. Okay, this is my new ringtone. And so this is Sarah Sanders. This is Sarah Sanders. Hold on. So Sarah Sanders is basically saying, you know what? She does a great job. She's awesome. Sarah Sanders is awesome. I love how like liberals and Democrats are like, oh, look at the lies. She just say you have a public and private face. That's what they always said. The public and private face, no big deal. So that's what Clinton said to bankers, and everybody was fine with that. Golf, Brexit, and grandchildren, convenience, yoga, biggest lies. She survived boxing and sniper fire. The biggest lies you've ever heard in your life. And oh my God. Gerald Klausner, the judges are wise to Mueller. They are. The judges know Gerald. The judges absolutely. So Gerald Klausner, the judges absolutely are wise to Mueller. Absolutely. Absolutely they are. And they know what's going on. Absolutely, Gerald. Need LZ, thank you so very much. Lawrence, thank you so very much. But this is the best. So after she goes and explains that Brennan, his security clearance has been removed and revoked and pulled by Trump, and it goes on to explain he lied under oath about spying on Obama's Senate. The guy is a partisan hack. The guy is borderline out of his mind, saying things that are crazy, basically getting employment because of the little, oh, I have this, I have these, I have the security clearance, go ahead and hire me, I know what I'm talking about. But now others are going to get their security clearances pulled. Check this out. And this is all part of Clinton eventually getting indicted. Because the thing is, all the people who helped Clinton, all the people who were in charge, especially Brennan, they're not in power anymore. And they either will have their security clearance pulled, or they've been fired, or they're no longer in power. They're no longer in a situation to help Clinton. And the one person, the most powerful person in the United States intelligence debacle monstrosity community is Gina Haspel. She's the most powerful person there. She has the highest, CIA has the highest budget of any of them for a reason. 15 billion. Okay, for a reason. The CIA wields the most power, and she's beholden to Trump. So, but check this out. Check this out.
Such access is particularly inappropriate when former officials have transitioned into highly partisan positions and seek to use real or perceived
God bless you,
access
Gissam.
to sensitive information to validate their political attacks. Any access granted to our nation's secrets should be in furtherance of national, not personal interest. For this reason, I've also begun to review the more general question of the access to classified information by government officials. As part of this review, I am evaluating action with respect to the following individuals: James Clapper, James Comey, Michael Hayden, Sally Yates, Susan Rice, Andrew McCabe, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, and Bruce Orr. Security clearances for those who still have them may be revoked, and those who have already lost their security clearance may not be able to have it reinstated.
So almost certainly Strzok has lost his security clearance, but he's going after all of them now. He's going after all of them now. Tony Podesta's under federal criminal investigation. 2 giant planes show up in Little Rock. Gee, what a coinkydink. It's going down, ladies and gentlemen. Love Yogi Berra. It's going down. I'm looking at the and the thing is, it is going down. It's happening. Everything that we've been talking about, everything that I've been saying for a year, 2 years, 2+ years, it's all going down because Trump basically has taken control of the deep state, the intelligence community, the monstrosity that is our intelligence apparatus. Absolutely, ACU, Sarah laid the smackdown. Let's hear it again. This is my new Gomer. Between Gomer and Sarah Huckabee Sanders, we have enough for, endless loops.
Information to validate their political attacks. Any access granted to our nation's secrets should be in furtherance of national, not personal interest. For this reason, I've also begun to review the more general question of the access to classified information by government officials. As part of this review, I am evaluating action with respect to the following individuals: James Clapper, James Comey, Michael Hayden, Sally Yates, Susan Rice, Andrew McCabe, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, and Bruce Orr. Security clearances.
All 9 people mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, all 9 people mentioned have direct involvement, touchdown, exactly, have direct involvement in the cover-up of the Clinton email investigation or the fabrication of Trump Russia. And in Brennan's case, in Clapper's case, well, Hayden is... The funny thing with Hayden, Thomas Hayden, Lawrence F., didn't Obama allow all intel agencies to share access to their intel? Curious why. I didn't know about... Didn't Obama allow all intel agencies to share access to their intel? Yeah, regarding the Russia, the moderate to high confidence assessment. Yeah, well, the ODNI report has all their alleged assessments and confidence. And thank you, Lawrence. Thank you so much. And the interesting thing with the ODNI report is that the disclaimer, the warranty disclaimer, is that they're highly confident. High confidence could be wrong. High confidence must not be confused with fact. That's what it says. It says that it says verbatim that high confidence does not mean certainty in the reports. Gerald Klausner, thank you. Thank you, Gerald. 10, the storm is coming. Thank you, Gerald. Gerald Klausner, thank you so much. Maduro Mike, Yates signed one of FISA warrants. Yates signed one of FISA warrants using discredited info by discredited sources. Yep. While supervising a DOJ official or whose wife works with that same discredited source. What the F? Exactly. And so Yates needs to be hauled before Congress. And Maduro Mike, you're on point on all of this. You know, that's 100% right. And the interesting thing is, why did Rod Rosenstein, sniffle, why did he say that he didn't, why he denied knowledge? He denied knowledge of knowing that Bruce Orr, who worked right near him, was meeting with Fusion GPS and James Comey. So let's listen to this again.
Respect to the following individuals: James Clapper, James Comey, Michael Hayden, Sally Yates, Susan Rice, Andrew McCabe, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, and Bruce Orr. Security clearance.
I mean, it's just like, this is like a roll call in like an elementary school. Like all these people go to the principal's office. Lexdad 1193 H.A. McCabe and Strzok have raised almost $1 million after being fired for corruption. The resistance means giving your money to corrupt intel agents. Oh, exactly. Exactly. Lexdad 1193. I know. And the funny thing is with that is they don't realize, they don't care. They think everything, they look at Trump and they think he's the embodiment of corruption. They really can't actually pin him on anything because he didn't do anything. They just hate his personality and they don't like his policies. So what they do is, in their mind, that means corruption. In their minds, that means that he could have committed so many illegal acts with Russia and everything else. So that makes him really corrupt because James Clapper said that there's no evidence of Trump-Russia collusion. So that's the basis of all their hate. That's the basis of the investigation. Then you have Mueller. So they have nothing. See, they come from the vantage point of, oh my goodness. And if it's not overt, it's like subliminal. Oh my goodness, we have so much with Clinton who actually did commit crimes. And with WikiLeaks, DNC, and Podesta emails, we have a situation where the actual emails showed crimes being committed, the scales being tipped, cheating. Actually, and Julian Assange said this with Sean Hannity, actual cheating taking place. And Julian Assange should be free. He should be free. There is no reason that what the UK is doing right now, they actually, you know what? It's not like people say, well, the US is pressuring. No, the UK should not engage in another Iraq war or another, it has its own national interest. The UK should do what's right, abide by its own laws. Its own courts have stated that. So Lexdad 1193, thank you so very much. Maduro Mike, you're 100% right. Its own laws have stated that Julian Assange is a journalist, that the WikiLeaks is a media organization, that WikiLeaks emails are admissible in court. So, I mean, and then there's this malice, like, oh well, he skipped bail. Like, that's a minor charge. He's already been sentenced to 7 years in jail, or 6 years in jail, basically 6 years confinement. So, not jail, but the whatchamacallit, the Ecuadorian embassy. So let's listen to this again really, really quickly, because this is what it's all about. Trump is like a boa constrictor, and there's really nothing anyone can do aside from, as they're going down, make as much noise as possible.
Partisan positions and seek to use real or perceived access to sensitive information to validate their political attacks. Any access granted to our nation's secrets should be in furtherance of national, not personal interest. For this reason, I've also begun to review the more general question of the access to classified information by government officials. As part of this review, I am evaluating action with respect to the following individuals: James Clapper, James Comey, Michael Hayden, Sally Yates, Susan Rice, Andrew McCabe, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, and Bruce Orr.
A Sojourner, FYI, Stephen Molyneux's channel received 2 strikes today. Another attempt to deplatform conservatives and libertarians on YouTube. Fight back. I am against this. I am against this. The only thing I can tell you is that, and A Sojourner, I'm 100% against this. The only thing I can tell you is that I keep it pretty vanilla on this channel. And but the vanilla that I create or utilize, the vanilla is spiked with links from CNN. So I just use, I mean, that's pretty much why I'm always in good standing, even though I disagree. I mean, I directly counter the mainstream. I don't think Molyneux, I don't think Alex Jones, I don't think anyone should be deplatformed. But unfortunately, wait, Brigitte, the Democratic Party, which is another reason why you have to. I think it. I don't even think it's YouTube that's the problem. I think it's the Democratic Party that's the problem. YouTube is a private organization, and then they're. I obviously think it's wrong. They shouldn't go. There shouldn't be such censorship regarding firearm channels, regarding conservative channels, and I agree 100% with you, A Sojourner. My point, though, is a little bit beyond what this private company or part of a public company in Google, but YouTube is going to have its own policies, but its policies are going to be influenced by the Washington Post. So a couple of years ago, Washington Post wrote a piece, and that hurt everyone on YouTube. So everyone's income was like slashed because of the one Washington Post piece. Then YouTube realized, hey, you know what? Not every, if there was one issue possibly with one channel, it has nothing to do. So they changed the algorithm, and the algorithm was changed back. But see, the thing is, right now, this is an attempt before midterms, A Sojourner. Elizabeth Luker, nothing vanilla about you, my cyber boyfriend. Elizabeth Luker, thank you so very much. I'm like vanilla with I don't know, maybe some chocolate chips or some walnuts or something, pecans. But thank you, Elizabeth Luker. Rider of a Pale Horse, thank you. Rider of a Pale Horse, thank you. It's a great name. Rider of a Pale Horse. Thank you so very much. What's taking place is a push right before midterms to try and sway, to try and limit certain voices. Not my voice, because I don't go into those realms, and I'm kind of actually more liberal when it comes to immigrants and all that stuff. I have friends who are dreamers, so I disagree to a certain extent, but then I do agree that there are certain things you can't accept as a society. I don't really know what Stephen Mullen. I've watched some of his segments. I haven't. The segments that I've watched haven't been egregious in any way. I have no idea what it was that he received a strike on. I do know that there are certain things you just cannot talk about. So I urge everyone to start their own channels on YouTube. All 900 people start a channel. It's great. It gives, allows your voice to be heard. If 30 people watch, or 100 people watch, or 200 people watch, it really doesn't matter. And it's also, if you enjoy doing something, whether it's, building or, fixing things or whatever, makeup, whatever. I mean, I urge everyone to go ahead and start a channel. But one thing you have to remember, if it is a channel that talks about controversial topics, there are certain controversial topics, and even with my HA Second Amendment channel, I would have to. I try to make sure that I don't do anything. I just at this point right now, you have to always be on your toes. If you abide by the new guidelines, you could be okay. But if you want to say what's in your heart, and then you want to kind of just kind of address it and then roll the dice. It's tough. It's tough. It's all, this is all due to not just the political correctness, not just the social justice warriors, but you should start, Omar, you should start a channel. I mean, everyone on here, 925 people, start a YouTube channel. You know, you have a lot, whatever it is that you enjoy doing, you can go ahead. You can go ahead and start the channel and grow it. And no, well, this is the issue. I'm not advocating appeasement because there's no way to battle YouTube. One way is to go to BitChute or but see there's no way to actually battle the actual internal guidelines. You have to try your best to abide by them, and play the long game, or do a segment that you know is going to receive a strike, and then I don't know what happened to Molno. I kind of can see what happened to Alex Jones. I think that they should never have been taken off, and I don't think that people should have their speech stifled. That's number one. But number two, and I'm trying to, in a long-winded attempt, which I know is not going to be good enough for a lot of people, this is all coming from the Democratic Party, because the Democratic Party wants to limit any voice in opposition to its general viewpoint that Trump is this madman. In an attempt to go ahead and do that, they have fomented the belief that extreme, hate-filled, racist, xenophobic, misogynist voices are influencing votes, are influencing people, are fomenting hate. But as you can see from my channel, I'm a Trump voter. I like President Trump a lot. And the anti-Semitic people came on my channel, and every Trump voter here defended me. And I thank you all. But when the anti-Semitic people come on my channel, and I've been getting like a bunch of people say, oh yeah, well, the word goyim is derogatory. No, it's not. If you think the word goyim is derogatory and you point to like some dumb dictionary, it's not derogatory. It could be used in a derogatory way. It's usually used in a hilarious, funny way. So that's the funny thing. Like people, anti-Semitic people, they'll use that word, and then they'll go ahead and say, you see, and then they'll conflate everything. It's like, dude, no, you're totally wrong. And it should be a rallying cry. The fact that it is a rallying cry is so stupid. But my point, though, is that this channel and my experiences have been contrary to the belief that, oh my God, people who speak about certain things should be banned. I'm defended by Trump voters from real anti-Semites. Trump voters on this channel have defended me nonstop from the most vile, disgusting anti-Semitic individuals who know that I'm Jewish and who might have come from another channel. I don't know which channel. And I was informed of which channel, but I just thank you all. But see, you are all 938 people. You are all living examples that totally obliterate the propaganda from the left. Chaz1422, Molonai did nothing to deserve to be censored. Orwell used the term unpersoned. The guidelines are subjective. The Russia collusion narrative was a damaging conspiracy theory. Ban CNN and MSNBC. Chaz1422, yes. I mean, that's the thing. They don't realize, thank you, Carol. They don't realize that it's not going to work. That's the thing that you have to understand also, is that censorship does not work in terms of preventing the voice. It works in terms of preventing like payment or economics. It doesn't stop the voice. The voice generally grows. So Alex Jones is now growing on BitChute. And YouTube it's not a good business move for YouTube, because every time YouTube kind of like placates the left, it loses money. There's a great deal of money to be gained from allowing any voice to be heard. And it doesn't, and if anything, those voices don't foment hate. The hatred comes from an inability to have the viewpoint countered by the left, or an unwillingness. When I debated Richard Spencer, and I had a civil, respectful debate with a viewpoint that I completely oppose. My viewpoint was the antithesis of Richard Spencer's viewpoint, but it was a civil, respectful debate, and it was a clash of ideas. It was a clash of ideas. That's the problem with America today. Ideas and truth, ideas, discussion, debate, a search for knowledge is not what we want as a society. What we want, unfortunately, or what is given to us is infotainment. We are given Mueller, Russia, Steele dossier. Look at what. So John Brennan today was his security clearance was revoked. Okay. Think of all the examples of evidence, or all the evidence that was used against Trump. Steele dossier, which is a complete gossip document, BuzzFeed suing the DNC. Okay. A drunken conversation between Alexander Downer and George Papadopoulos. Gossip, hearsay. More gossip and hearsay. It's just more gossip and hearsay. You cannot be fired. You couldn't be fired at your job right now. If you're at your job right now listening, God bless you. Thank you for even taking time to listen to me. But you could not be fired for gossip. If you are fired for gossip and hearsay, you sue and you win a lot of money. Thank you. Thank you, Evolving Aaron B. Thank you. The issue here is Hillary Clinton had evidence, committed crimes with statutes, U.S. Code 793F, even if she was too stupid to be indicted, because she didn't intentionally do all this elaborate, craziness. And then Rudy Giuliani talked about RICO law statutes that were broken by the Clinton Foundation. Then I wrote an article in the Daily Caller talking about campaign finance violations, that she should be indicted for campaign finance violations. But there are no legal statutes that Trump broke. And what they tried to do is they fabricated an investigation. Then they said, well, you obstructed our fabricated investigation. You realize how sick these people are. They frame General Flynn, and then they say, well, you lied, even though we tried to frame you. But you still lied. That's still technically illegal. And then people say, well, no, he didn't lie. Collusion is not a crime. And if it is a crime, exactly. If it is a crime, then Hillary Clinton should be indicted for that crime. She colluded with Russian sources. So that's the thing. I'm thinking, the mentality here. No Sickle J. Steele used the term firewall, similar to Strzok's insurance policy. Latest Sarah Carter. Exactly. Okay, I got to check that out. Exactly. No Sickle J. And that's the issue. I mean, the issue here is this is a battle that Trump voters will easily win if they just go ahead, stay the course in terms of keep doing what you're doing, keep learning, keep growing, keep, realizing that they're all a bunch of phony, fake, Hollywood-driven actors. CNN is a production. MSNBC is a production. The Washington Post is basically a DNC newsletter. The New York Times, at times here and there, will document. The same with the Washington Post. At times, they'll document certain things that they're reporting. They're reporting, meaning an event taking place. Yes, the event takes place. The spin is the fake news. And like I said, it's not sustainable. Now, I wouldn't go ahead. If I was Trump, I would say, please, Almond, Biscard, thank you so very much. Consider this a small token of gratitude for your service for the truth for a long time. Keep it up, Patriot. Thank you, Amund. Thank you, Amund Biscard. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you so very much, and thank you for watching. I think there's it's just wonderful. Thank you so very much, Amund Biscard. Thank you so very much. It's not, the issue here is knowing your political enemy, knowing what they want you to do. So I urge everyone from Stephen Molnoy to, I would have urged Alex Jones had I known that he would, but I urge everyone to try to play the long game. Amund Biscard, that is not giving up. Just know your enemy. Know your political enemy. Know your political enemy. That's all. And I think that you should, if your political enemy wants you to go down a rabbit's hole into, it's almost like, thank you, Omar. Thank you. It's like in a football game, if you have a great, great running game and not so good of a passing game, and the defense stacks the line and says, go ahead, you know what? You're not going to hurt us with the run. Try the pass. Well, you shouldn't just you shouldn't just give up on the run. That's stupid. Because if they want you to pass and they know they have good DBs and they know they have a good thank you. You should keep with the run. Go ahead and, pound it. And at the end of the day, what takes place is, and you heard it here first, just like you heard, Hillary will eventually get indicted. MSNBC and CNN will move to the right ever so slightly after 2020. You'll see this because they can't, it's not sustainable. You can't continually yell fire in a crowded theater when there's no fire. You can't continually show the greatest outrage of all time. You can't continually yell at the top of your lungs because it doesn't work. That insulates Trump. And I keep saying to you, Trump has Gina Haspel. Trump has Gina Haspel as CIA director. You have Gina Haspel, you have General Nakasone as the NSA director. You have Christopher Wray at FBI. Sessions, who knows really what's going on with Sessions. But at the end of the day, I think that Trump not only wins in 2020, the Republicans will win the midterms. Let's just see if the stupid dumb polls have moved for Democrats because of Trump's latest tweet. Right now, it's like they're just these polls are public relations driven, and of course, Democrats up 11. There you go, Democrats up 11. I wonder why. So it's a tie. Democrats up 3.9, and then of course Democrats up 11. Why? Because he said really bad things to Omarosa. It's complete Democrats up 11. CNN. Now, how do you get an August 2nd poll with a tie, an IBD poll that's a tie, and then an August 12th poll, Democrats up 11? It makes no sense. This is not science. These polls are not scientific. There's no science behind these polls. It's complete public relations, media driven manipulation. There's no science. Science is not, one poll shows a tie. Another poll shows, Reuters poll shows Democrats up 2. Another poll shows Economist, Democrats up 4. And then the CNN poll, Democrats up 11. And they're still up 5.7, which is hilarious because it's going down. And it's like all because of Omarosa. All because of Omarosa. Right? And then the election 2008, RCP House map. toss up 42. You know, it's like, I love this. I love this. Democrats have lost 8 out of 11. They lost in Ohio, sorry. And they were close because Danny O'Connor was on every major channel. His opponent was not. And there's complete and utter media collusion against Trump. And he still lost. So to say that, well, Trump won certain districts, yeah, he won despite the media collusion then, and Republicans are still losing, still winning despite media collusion now. It's not going to, Republicans are going to keep control of the House, and they're going to keep control of the Senate. And I stated this. And so real quick, so let's just hear Sarah Huckabee Sanders again.
Transitioned into highly partisan positions and seek to use real or perceived access to sensitive information to validate their political attacks. Any access granted to our nation's secrets should be in furtherance of national, not personal interest. For this reason, I've also begun to review the more general question of the access to classified information by government officials. As part of this review, I am evaluating action with respect to the following individuals: James Clapper, James Comey, Michael Hayden, Sally Yates, Susan Rice, Andrew McCabe, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, and Bruce Orr. Security.
So the outrage meter might affect CNN polls. And CNN, by the way, that was a hilarious. So the CNN poll up 11. There was a CNN poll, like 2 weeks ago, where even the CNN poll was like Democrats not up by much. So it's just it's unbelievable. You had Democrats up 17 in a Quinnipiac poll in January, up 17. And it was an average of polls. So what are they asking people? Let's look at this CNN poll right here. The most ridiculous thing. The security of U.S. elections in the United States. So when, this is hilarious. So when Bernie Sanders, they don't ask the security of Democratic primaries. Okay, why not? You actually had Bernie Sanders cheated. You actually had DNC officials trying to use Bernie's faith against him, trying to paint him as an atheist. Patricia Marino, Dems are using the same playbook they used in 2016. What did he exactly? And that's what I've been saying too. Patricia, great minds think alike. You're 100% right. Patricia, they're using the same. They think it's going to work. But you know why, Patricia? Because it's lucrative. They make a lot of money from it. A lot. Shalak Collins. Everyone subscribe to Shalak Collins. She is absolutely brilliant. Yes, the Phil Collins Land of Confusion puppet just got clipped. Clapper is next. Julian Assange will testify. Let's all go get Kim.com. Exactly. MAGA 2020. Everybody subscribe to Shalak Collins' channel. She is yes. She's on her way to 4,000. Let's get her to 4,000. She is on her way to 4,000. Here is Shalak Collins' channel. She's beautiful inside and out. Shalak Collins. Everyone subscribe to her channel. Rhonda, Iowa girl, thank you so very much. You know, I've noticed a lot of times, for some reason today, the dollar amount is being shown in the message. But Rhonda, Iowa girl, thank you so very, very, very much. It happened with a couple other people. The only reason I bring this up is because it happened, I think, with a couple other super chat. Rhonda, Iowa girl, you are absolutely wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so very, very much. It shows 20 here in the message. But thank you, Rhonda, Iowa girl. Thank you so very much, as always, for your support of this channel. And it happened in one prior super chat too. There was the numbers in the actual message. But Rhonda, Iowa girl, thank you. So the security of the United States elections, 53% disapprove. Well, not one vote was altered. According to General Admiral Rogers, Michael Rogers, not one vote was altered in swing states. And they have not stated that any votes were altered by the Russians. So what are they going ahead and looking at? Like, what on earth are they possibly saying? What is their deal? What are they saying? Are they saying that because they've spun this thing, so they've spun it to the point where it's like Russians only vote Democrat now. The Russians only want the Democrats. Why? Nobody knows. President Obama was Putin's favorite choice in 2008. He wanted a Russian reset. So respond. Okay, so then you have the investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election. Only 30% is extremely important, 15% very important, 18% moderately important. How do you even 34% not important? This poll is absolutely ridiculous. How do you go from extremely to moderately important? How does that even work? Then not that important. It's what's the difference between extremely important and very important? How on earth is that a scientific, science or scientifically driven poll? As you may know, Republicans currently control the U.S. House and Senate. Just your best guess, after the congressional elections in November, do you think Democrats or Republicans will control the Senate? So 48% said Republicans control Congress, 48%. So, I mean, how does this work? August 9 through 12, 48% say Republicans. That's hilarious. This is a poll that says 11% up Democrats. That's hilarious. This validates everything I've been saying. I don't know what the CNN poll is about. As you may know, Republicans currently control. This is page 12 of this ridiculous poll. As you may know, Republicans currently control U.S. House and Senate. Just your best guess, after the congressional elections this November, do you think Democrats or Republicans will control Congress? 48% said Republicans, 40% said Democrats. Almost half said Republicans. Far less than half, or less than half, said Democrats. So then what are they trying to prove here? They're trying to prove me right? What's going on? That is hilarious. So it's like, Yoni A, can I get a Visions of Ariella shout out? Yoni A, all 1,008 people, we are all pulling for you for Visions of Ariella. And I'm telling you, I'm asking you, please respectfully, Yoni A, when the making of your beautiful endeavor becomes a movie, put a little scene in for HA and the 1,000 people watching. Yoni A, thank you so very much. Can I get a Visions of Ariella shout out? Yoni A, thank you. Visions of Ariella, everyone check it out when Yoni A is done with it. Bombastic Bushkin, where's Slappy Mac? We need a good lash. She's better than the top talent from Catskills or Borscht Belt Comedy Gold. Bombastic Bushkin. Bombastic Bushkin, thank you. Thank you, Bombastic Bushkin. Thank you. So I gotta tweet this out because this is hilarious. This is hilarious. Even the poll that says Democrats are up, the people polled here. I mean, if I'm reading that, I believe I'm reading this right. This is funny. This is hilarious. 40% Democrats, 48% Republicans. This is so funny. Why would a poll that says that they want. That's so funny. This is so funny. So even in a poll that says, even in a poll that says Democrats are going to do so well, the CNN poll, it says Democrats are up by 11. A CNN poll methodology: 33% Democrats, 26% Republicans, 41% Independent. They're stacking the poll to influence the outcome. Absolutely, Revco. Absolutely, you are 100% right. You are 100% right. And what happens? It works against them, because then people are like, I guess we're gonna win anyway. I don't have to go to the poll today. And it's just, how likely do you think it is that a foreign government such as Russia or China will interfere in the U.S. election this fall? What kind of stupid idiot morons believe that the NSA's moderately confidence means that they actually interfered? Not very likely, 60%. Very likely, 30%. Oh, this is a gold mine. They've spent billions on this propaganda and it still doesn't work. Oh my, this poll is fantastic, actually. This poll is fantastic. Revco, you're 100% right. I mean, these people, they've spent billions, and even the billions they've spent, it's like completely, this is hilarious. Yeah, they're like, nah, 60% are like, nah, not likely at all. Oh, sorry, not very, somewhat likely. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I read that wrong. Sorry. This is hilarious. They still lose with that. Not very, somewhat likely. And then 40% net, no, not too likely at all. Not likely at all. 19%. I mean, it's like nobody believes this stuff. That's right. You're right, Revco. 26%. You're right. You got it right from the poll. Thank you for that. Revco got it right from the poll itself. 26% Republican. That's hilarious. So obviously the poll is going to be skewed 33% and then 41% as independent. Yeah, but independence from what state? You have an independent from California. It's going to be somewhat different from an independent from Missouri. And then we have an amazing Rand Paul thinks that Julian Assange should be granted immunity. Absolutely. 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 Democrats don't want the truth. Thank you, Maduro Mike, for that. Dean Diefendorf, thank you. Dean Diefendorf, thank you so very, very much. And it's like, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, you have a situation where Democrats will still lose. And this is my, thank you, Stephen J. Thank you so very much. Thank you. You have a situation where H predicted, H told you, and I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm going to toot it right now. So this is the actual appearance on Crosstalk, RT's Crosstalk, where I say
candidate Trump should stop Vic. Well, absolutely, and the GOP page about this CNN clip.
So this is me on Crosstalk. Here's the actual link on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. You can follow me also, please, on Gab from that Twitter link. They're going to lose to Democrats, all 1,009 people. I want you to listen, because they're going to lose It's going to be fantastic.
But we're on the same page about decency.
It's Peter Lavelle. Love Peter Lavelle.
In public life and officials being held accountable. And this is why I think we need another investigation to see as to blame anyone for an election loss. So
that's yours truly.
So Trump should just stop whining.
So I'm saying that on CNN, there was an Obama clip that said that the election loss, no one could rig the election, everything's fine, and of course, all of that they don't know the meaning of hypocrisy or irony.
We have nonstop whining, continual and never-ending whining from Clinton and the Democratic Party. They're going to lose in the midterms. They're
going to lose in the midterms. I say it May 30th, 2018. They are not going to take control of the House. They're not going to take control of the Senate. Democrats are not only split. Liberal voters hate progressives. Progressives hate liberal voters. And you're not going to get a high turnout. You're just not going to. I mean, these special elections, they've lost 8 out of 11, and they were in the national spotlight. They were special elections. They still lost 8 out of 11. And one of the 11, by the way, there was no Republican candidate. So 8 out of 10 contests where there was a Republican candidate.
Had like what, a 13 or 14-point lead in the generic polls for both the House and the Senate. They'll lose the Senate, or the GOP will keep control of the Senate and keep control of the House. And they're going to limp into...
The GOP will keep control of the Senate and keep control of the House. Here's the Twitter. So, Julie, thank you. And so there you go. And so you have, ladies and gentlemen, not only are they not going to win, but the Mueller probe's going to fizzle out. Thank you, Omar. Thank you, everybody. The Mueller probe's going to fizzle out. And what you will have next is a situation where Trump is even given more power. So now, at this point, Trump, to me, is a sympathetic figure. When you look at everything he's gone through, they framed him. They fabricated a Trump-Russia nonsense. They framed everyone around him, aside from... They framed Carter Page. They framed General Michael Flynn, who's an honorable man. He should be free, or he should be pardoned tomorrow. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, everybody. This is, it's so wonderful. Can I tell you, I have the best super chat every single day. I have the best live chat. They give me every incentive to keep rocking these live streams, and I have the best super chat every single day, ladies and gentlemen. Every single day. I go ahead and I speak to people who are absolutely wonderful. Every single day on the left, I'm telling you, you're a poser. We're gonna out you. You're not really a progressive. You're not really a liberal. You're helping Trump. You know what? You suck. You stink. You're horrible. You should never have been born. You're the worst person on the planet Earth. We hate you. And I'm like, whoa, that's a good day. So, every day on the left, but every day it's like winning on as a Trump voter every single day. So go ahead, all 1,000 people, 1,003, 1,009 people watching, you must vote. Register to vote Republican wherever you're at in the country. And not only that, tell your friends and family to vote Republican. It doesn't matter if you don't want to deal with the crazy Trump derangement syndrome people, then don't do it. Michael, thank you. But if you just spread the word, especially for people who are it's almost like this religious, spreading the word on, if they're kind of, go ahead. You gotta vote Republican because I want everyone, all 1,000 people. Now you've made me do it. You've made me do it, and I have to do it now. Close your eyes right now, wherever you're at. Close your eyes for a second. Now think and say, I am going to dream the following thought tonight before I go to bed. Nancy Pelosi as Speaker of the House. Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. And do you want that? Do you want the Democrats to control the House? Do you want your just the first thing the last thing you think about that you envision is Hillary Clinton in yoga pants? Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. Why did I do that? I didn't need to do that. But I'm telling you, I will never sleep again. So you don't want that. You don't want to envision Hillary in yoga. You don't want, as my buddy Eric H526 says, the Kankle stance, which was one of the great lines of all time. You don't want you don't want Nancy Pelosi. I call her the Katharine Hepburn of politics. Nancy Pelosi said that Trump was going to self-impeach. Okay, this is what we're dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. We're dealing with people who think that self is setting me up for a nightmare. You think that Trump is going to self-impeach. He's not going to self-impeach. Okay, you're dealing with people who want absolute power and control. They've already gone ahead. Let's see, Bernie Sanders. Well, they've gone ahead. They want to distance themselves from Ocasio-Cortez. But she's the only one right now who is, providing any energy or passion. But she won't debate Candace Owens or Ben Shapiro, even though the whole internet would see, the entire internet would see. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is doing a huge, big, making a big mistake. And if your vantage point is that a single payer saves lives, I think that anyone's life is worth the Yahtzee one. Thank you. Thank you for telling people in Norway about me. I think that you've been telling people in Norway about me. Thank you, the Yahtzee one. Hillary's latest tweet, security clearances for sale. Call Boris. Exactly. Thank you. Eric, H526. Hello, Hal. Hello, everyone. Thank you. Love you all. The Kankle stand. Thank you. The Yahtzee one. The Yahtzee one. Thank you. I mean, it's the security clearances, what he's doing right now, eventually, of course, will lead to Hillary indictments. Hillary Clinton will get indicted. She's not omnipotent, and she's actually committed crimes. Now pick a crime, any crime. There's a Clinton Foundation probe ongoing. There's a DOJ email probe ongoing. And that is the Hill. I cite everything I say is cited. So you can go ahead. The Hill in January. Yahoo, the Daily Beast broke. Well, the Daily Beast broke the DOJ email probe. So the DOJ right now is investigating. The DOJ is investigating Clinton's emails. And so this is Daily Beast. The Daily Beast wrote a hit piece on me just because I was a Bernie bro. And January, Clinton emails. The Justice Department is looking into Clinton emails. Do I lie? And G, Justice Department. Brennan shop for suits at Tar and Feather store. Yes. The Daily Beast. So the Yahtzee won. No one takes Ben and Candace seriously. They're a joke. But Alexander M. Gonzalez, well, you might not, but I do. But Alexander, they have millions and millions and millions of followers. They're on the national stage. Okay? They're on the national stage. I'm not on the national stage. I'm like, if you're really into politics, you might know who I am. But I'm not on the national stage. They're on the national stage. So Alexander, they Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro, I respect both greatly. I think they're both amazing. But they're on the national stage. You're talking millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people, Alexander. The internet would they would break the internet. What's left of Bernie's movement, you would have watching, and then you'd have the Democratic Party like, like the Democrats don't want single payer, like, and Well, I disagree on his views regarding Trump. Some of his views, a lot of his views regarding Trump, but I still think he's very good. But it's a national stage. You're talking about millions and millions and millions of people hearing the pros and cons of single payer. People don't really know how it can be paid for, how it can be funded. The transition to it is a huge issue. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez can go. They are shooing for Alex Jones' show. That's fine, but Alex Jones also has millions and millions of subs. You have to understand, even with, when he moved to BitChute's a growing platform, So Alexandria M. Gonzalez, the whole thing is, thank you, Tommy, 8715. What do you need to communicate your message? If there's somebody with a platform that, has a bunch of people watching, a lot of people watching, I'll debate anything if I'm passionate debated Richard Spencer, debated a whole lot of people, debated people on the left who had platforms. It's funny because I debated people on the left when I was on the left. That's how dysfunctional the left is. It's like you can't even. They were like 100% opposed. George Soros, thank you. Look, we have a guest appearance. Thank you, Mr. Soros. Thank you. So now you can say officially, I'm funded by Soros. Soros money incoming. Oh man. So yeah, I mean, you take away John Brennan's security clearance. He is now just a hack, a has-been, somebody who's no longer part of the intelligence community, and you go ahead and you remove everyone. Yeah, but Alexander, not just to communicate to intelligence people, you have to communicate to everyone, even people you don't think is intelligent, or people who don't think are intelligent. It's not a matter. The war of ideas needs to be an idea everyone can go ahead and think in their minds. Wingless Angel Troll Patrol in the house. I know I'm white and nerdy. No, you're awesome. You're white and awesome. Thank you, Troll Patrol. Wingless Angel is one of my favorite people. She is absolutely awesome. Wingless Angel. Thank you, Wingless Angel. Thank you, Wingless Angel. I'm nerdy too, so nerdy is good. But what you need to do is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Bernie Sanders should go ahead. That would be a pretty good debate. That would be, because then you have Ben Shapiro against Bernie, or Candace Owens against Bernie. And you can go ahead and just simply ask, well, how can you have single payer I don't know if they would ask this, but I would say, look, single payer is important, but you cannot have it if you have military operations ongoing throughout the world 24/7. You need to bring home American soldiers. That's what you need to do. You need to bring home American soldiers. And thank you so much, David. Okay. You see that saying, I gotta go YouTube policies. I can say Soros, but not that. Thank you so much. Michael, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. But yeah, there you go. And there you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a situation where, what can I tell you? What can I tell you? This has been an amazing live chat. So, but here, let me just go ahead. The Daily Beast. So, Justice Department looking into Hillary Clinton's emails. Gee, do you think this has anything to do with the two gigantic planes? Okay. Do you understand that Sessions hates Clinton? Jeff Sessions knows that she's a criminal. So does Christopher Wray. So do all of them. And so here it is again. Daily Beast. Justice Department looking into Hillary Clinton's emails again. It is on, ladies and gentlemen. It is on. Don't fall for the whole IG thing. And Christopher Wray never said people weren't getting indicted. Christopher Wray said, well, He was trying to say, Julie, Kent, thank you so very much, Julie, and God bless your son and or daughter. I don't know if he said your soldier. God bless your soldier 7,000 miles away, and God bless you. And thank you so much for watching. I know that you watched my HA Second Amendment channels. I saw a message from you there. But thank you so much, Julie Kent. God bless you and your family and your loved one who's, you know, away. I want all soldiers back. This is the thing. I wrote an article about Rand Paul in 2014. And of course I got hate because that's it. Like, you know, I'm used to getting hate, which is hilarious now. Before it would bother me, to tell you the truth. About 2 years ago, it would actually bother me because I'm like, but I'm trying to be progressive. What's the problem? Don't the progressives, you know, don't they hate war? Then I realized they don't care at all. Trip Breaker, what a wonderful world. Thank you, Trip Breaker. Thank you, Trip Breaker. Thank you. I think that every American soldier should be home with their families for Christmas. Every American soldier should be home with their families. We do not need Americans in Iraq or Afghanistan. I even want to protect our special forces who could, like, you know, destroy me with their pinky. I want to protect these men and women. Go ahead and bring them home. And you don't need to go ahead and you don't need to have special forces engaged in 130 countries every year. Why? For what purpose? Oh, well, you're helping others. Well, okay, that you give them money for the cost of the operation. Go ahead and just give whatever local force that you want money to buy their own thing. If it doesn't work out, fine. I mean, the thing is, like, you can't. I don't want Americans all over the place all the time. By today's standards, Reagan was a pacifist. By today's standards, he did not have thousands and thousands of soldiers in war zones, of American soldiers, because he was still under the specter of Vietnam. And that's why when you sing the praises of Rand Paul, the first thing the liberals say was, he'll cut social services. They would rather, they're content with systemic poverty as long as you just go ahead and keep social services, which I do think social services are important. A safety net is important. But they don't bring up the fact, well, how do you get people out of poverty? And they do not care. Yes, everyone's giving love today. Even people you'd never think. Thank you so very much. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we got 1,000 people. Thank you so very much. This segment was pretty much clear cut. John Brennan had a security clearance pulled. I'll be back in a little less than an hour. Let's take a little intermission. Look out. You might not get to the 994 people. If you enjoyed this segment, you'll really enjoy the next segment in about an hour. Just check out the channel and set your clocks to 4 p.m. or so Pacific. And Rhonda, Iowa girl, thank you as always. Thank you, everyone. Thomas, thank you. And all 1,000 people, you're absolutely wonderful. You can follow me on Gab. I'm just H.A. Goodman there. You can follow me on Tina Bobina. Thank you, Tina Bobina. Thank you. Thank you. Follow me on Minds, on Twitter, H.A. Goodman Author, H.A. Goodman Author Gab. And thank you so very much, everyone. I will see you in less than an hour or so. Thank you so very much. Have a great, great day.